User 492435, thank you for joining. Here on the 6th of October from 1 to 3 p.m. because maybe I'll give away one of these hoodies to you. We're going to do a giveaway and we're going to do a 20% off promo for that live fall haul with all of these samples that I got for you guys. So make sure that you follow and like. Thank you guys for joining. So I'm Perry Iwanowicz, the designer of Auricwear. I'm wearing my Buddha's Enlightenment t-shirt. I design all of the artwork myself. I hand drew this myself and then I edit them in Illustrator or Photoshop. So I have a tiny little business. I appreciate the gift. Thank you. So I appreciate likes and follows. So I'm going to be going live October 6th from 1 to 3 p.m. and I'm going to do 20% off of everything, and then we're going to also do some giveaways. So make sure that you follow and stay tuned on October 6th, okay? Because then you guys could get some giveaways. I'm going to do something like a sweatshirt giveaway, so a unisex sweatshirt. I also have sweatshirts, hoodies. I also have women's sweatshirts and crop hoodies, crop sweatshirts. Again, my name is Perry Iwanowicz. I'm the designer of Auricwear. Make sure you follow and check it out. And all of my products are shoppable here on TikTok. And I also have them on e-commerce as well. The link to my website is in the description. So again, like, follow, share, and I hope to see you guys on the live on the 6th from 1 to 3, okay? So the crop hoodies, I have the Sacred Hearts Bleed Eternal, and that one is a Christian design with the Sacred Heart of Jesus. So a lot of my designs are Christian. I grew up Catholic, I grew up Baptist. Comment what your faith, spirituality, or practice is, even if it's yoga, Wicca, witchcraft, you know? It doesn't have to be one of the 3 major religions. So I searched wide and far for enlightenment and some sort of sacred knowledge, and that's how I designed and came up with Auricwear and launched in the pandemic. So I decided to take all of these things that I studied in the spirituality realm and then make some designs and launch it after I had like this psychic impression that I needed to do something, and then the pandemic hit and I was ready. So I launched in the pandemic while I was working in a dermatology office, and I stayed working through the whole pandemic. It was kind of scary working in people's faces because we didn't know what it was at the time. But yeah, so I designed and launched this while I was working full time, doing dermatology stuff and marketing. That's what my Bachelor of Science is in. But I also always had a passion for fashion, and I also always researched, you know, spirituality and faith and religion beyond being in the church and raised in the church and going to a Christian private school and all of that and Bible study. So I guess that's why Christianity is in a lot of my work, like this Kundalini Tree of Life crop hoodie. The Kundalini crop hoodie in pink, and she's got dyed to match drawstrings on the hoodie. She's very soft, she's very comfortable, they're very warm. I wear the unisex versions, you know, the full length, not the crop versions, but they keep you very warm. I would pair her with like a racerback tank top or a little crop graphic tee like the olive version of the Seed of Life crop tee, because when it's just becoming chilly, you don't want to layer on top of another long sleeve because you're going to get too warm. So I think layer your knits and your hoodies and your sweatshirts over a tank top or a muscle tee in the fall, the early fall. That way you don't get overheated. So I appreciate the gift, and I hand drew all of it, and then I digitized it and touched it up and cleaned it up, and I just love how the snake turned out. I think he's so cool. Every scale and the little apples are the moon phases. There's sacred geometry in there, and the sacred geometry tells a story too of basically either the story of creation. We have the story of Eden here with the snake, the apple. We have the, basically it's the splitting of the cell, conception, that sort of a thing, with the ichthys or the Jesus fish, which is represented here with those 2 circles. And then we also have that multiplying of the cell, seed and flower of life and fruit of life and tree of life. So these all represent like the conception, the splitting of the cell, and then the growing of the life force into the fruiting of that life force and the repeating of the life cycle. So I wanted to tell the story of creation biblically, but I also wanted to reference that in the story of Eden and creation, the term serpent might actually have been magician. The word actually could be magician. So I wanted to include that symbolism with some witchy symbolism of the phases of the moon in those apple slices, and then also the bowline, which is a type of a tool used in witchcraft to cut herbs and that sort of a thing. So we can assume that the magician here, the serpent, cut and served up that apple to those whom he tricked. So we're going to get into some of my samples for the fall. Thank you guys for joining. Make sure you're liking the video. Let me know what your names are and what your sun signs are. My brand is Auricware. It's all about your faith, your religion, your spirituality, and also practices that don't come with like a religion. So yoga, stuff like meditation, the chakras, divination, and the psychical. So I kind of also like stuff that's a little bit goth or alternative or witchy looking. So I also do a lot of stuff like that. I designed this brand in 2019 and then launched it in 2020 in the pandemic. I had a psychic feeling that I needed to do something else. I was working in dermatology at the time, and that psychic feeling, that thing, it turned out to be COVID. Thank you for the gift. I'm new to all of this, guys, so I'm not fully with it in terms of the gifts and all of that stuff, but I appreciate it. So do like the video, guys. I need some support with my small baby brand. I appreciate you guys liking. So we are doing a fall promo on the 6th, and I have some samples that we're going to discuss my designs and how I drew them and what they mean. So this one is like about the Bible and about biblical references. So if any of you are Christian, like the video now, so we'll know that we are among fellow Christians. So Auricware wants you to express your faith with pride to the world, right? So I grew up Baptist, I grew up Christian, but I also read the Buddha. I've been very open about spirituality, about looking for enlightenment wherever I could find it. So I've looked into yoga, I've looked into meditation, Buddha, Taoism. So I've looked into everything. This is the Tetramorph Totem t-shirt in a unisex on burnt orange. And I think it's perfect for the fall, for when it's just starting to get chilly. You could put this under a denim jacket. You could put this under a moto jacket. You could layer this with a hoodie. I also have the matching hoodie. I don't know if I ironed it. Yes, I did. So I also have the matching hoodie. So this is the Tetramorph Totem heather gray pullover in a unisex. And the Tetramorph Totem represents Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Those are the Gospels in the Bible. And I was inspired by Ezekiel's wheel in the book of Ezekiel, because he had a vision about the angels, the cherubs, and he saw them with these spinning gyroscopes, and they were carrying God about on his platform. And that's what this design is about: Christianity and the Bible and the Gospels, and then it's about this vision. So those four faces are the four faces of these angels, the cherubs, and they have the face of a man, a lion, an ox, and an eagle. And in my spiritual studies, I noticed that those symbols occur in different archaeological sites around the world and in different faiths and cultures around the world. So I decided to pull inspiration from those. So the lion, for example, came from Sumerian archaeology and sculptures. The eagle came from Native American, as did the print. The idea for the totems came from the Native American culture, when I noticed that the symbols are the same as those biblical references, right? The eagle, the lion, the bull, and the man, although, they differ in these cultures too. But I noticed that similarity, and I said, let me pull from all these global cultures that have the same symbolism, and then go outside of my comfort zone and design with a native print I do see new messages, but guys, I'm a little old. I don't know how to read those right now. So let's see, do I still have something pinned? Let me pin a different version of this. So let's pin the long sleeve version of the Tetramorph Totem design, which we're talking about. So in that vision, he sees these angels, right? And he's tripping out. And he sees God on his platform floating about. It kind of sounds like a spaceship, like a vehicle. You wouldn't expect that with God, right? You think God doesn't need a vehicle. But here is God on this vehicle. It's a emerald. It's called beryl. And I believe if you look that up, that it's a green colored crystal. So here's God floating around on an emerald table on his throne, and there are these four angels with four faces. So the eagle, the lion, the ox or bull, and the man. And those in this vision are symbolic of the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, of the cardinal directions, north, east, south, and west. And then that kind of goes into other symbolism with other religions and practices, including witchcraft and Wicca and all of that. But this shirt is more geared toward Christianity and that sort of a thing. I guess it could also play into Judaism. So that would be a great Christmas gift. I think that the burnt orange is great for fall. I am really into orange and gold for fall. I don't know if you guys are excited for the fall. Like the video if you are. Welcome, Jasmine. Thanks for joining. My name is Perry. Let me know what your sun signs are. This is the Atlantis Cross Unisex Long Sleeve Tee, and this is in a yellow gold. I believe this color is called gold, but the product is pinned below. And this one is in a large. So I am excited about these fall colors. I always am. I love fall the most. What is you guys' favorite season? Are you excited for the fall? Do comment. So the Atlantis Cross. I decided on this one because, again, I like a little bit of occulty, alt style, sort of gothy influences, right? And this has the cross, which I think is cool, the concentric circles, and then where they meet is the negative space. So I really loved the symbol itself just aesthetically. So I think this would look cool under a moto jacket, just like some of my other designs, for a more edgy look. But this does have a Christian influence, obviously, right? A lot of my designs do, because that's my background. Do comment on what your faith is if you like. So this also represents Atlantis and Plato's Atlantis, which was, according to him, had all of these sort of like island concentric circles around it. So that's where this symbol comes from. So I am excited about this one. 100% That Witch. So this is a raglan unisex long sleeve tee. It's got a 3/4 length sleeve, and it says 100% that witch for the guy or girl that knows that they are 100% that witch this fall or this Halloween. I'm excited, so I would wear this. I'm not gonna lie. I love a little alt style, like I said. I love the raglan sleeve for something different. I never wear a raglan sleeve. Hi, welcome, Gemini girl. Gemini is my favorite sign. I'm an Aquarius. Guys, let us know what your sun signs are. We're talking about my brand, Auricwear. I'm the designer, Perry Uwanowicz. Thank you guys for being here. Do like and support my little baby brand. I'm excited to have my products here on TikTok. I should pin this product, right? You guys, can you tell I'm new to TikTok Live? I'll just pin a hoodie in this design. I'll find the raglan in a moment. So yeah, so all of my designs feel really soft. These are Bella Canvas. Most of my products are on Bella Canvas, which is a very quality shirt. They do sell for like nearly the same price that I'm selling them for without any prints on them online, I see. So it's a very good quality. They last a long time. The prints last a long time. I've been wearing this one for 3 years, guys, and it's still going strong. So this was the Buddha's enlightenment that we were talking about a moment ago. So the 100% That Witch, I did this when Lizzo's song was out. And I think it's just really cute. I had a customer do a custom order with this recently, and she wanted me to take the hat off and just do 100% that witch. And I said, you know what? Only because you are 100% that witch, I'm gonna do it for you, girl. So she has a one-of-a-kind t-shirt she's walking around in. I hope she enjoys it. Are you excited for fall? That's what we're talking about. We're talking about my fall promo, 20% off. We're going to be doing a live on the 6th from 1 to 3 p.m. So I want you guys to follow so that you could stay tuned and join us for the giveaway. I'm going to be giving away a hoodie, so like a unisex hoodie. I'll give away a women's crop hoodie or a women's crop sweater, and we're going to start showing some of those in a moment, so make sure that you stay tuned and don't forget to like for the baby brand, okay, you guys? So for more of the spiritual girl who's more into chakras and auras and yoga and that sort of a thing, I have the Seed of Life olive crop top. And the Seed of Life is a symbol in sacred geometry. A lot of my designs are sacred geometry. So the Seed of Life relates to the flower of life. This is the flower of life all over print jogging pant. So this is the Seed of Life crop t-shirt in olive. And why am I showing a crop t-shirt for fall, you might ask? Well, I thought that they would pair nicely under a crop hoodie, a crop sweatshirt, or a full-length hoodie or sweatshirt for when you're in the gym or when it's just starting to get chilly and you don't want to wear the hoodies and the sweaters and the knits over a long sleeve t-shirt, because then you're just gonna sweat because it's not even winter yet, you know? So that's why I'm showing the olive crop Seed of Life t-shirt. Welcome, thank you guys for joining. We are talking about my little baby brand, Auric Wear, and we are getting ready for the fall promo live on the 6th at 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I was saying the crop t-shirts, I love the olive color for fall. The crop t-shirts could go well under the crop hoodies. Talking about my baby brand and its designs, I do all of the designs myself. My name is Perry Uwanowicz and my brand is Auric Wear. So welcome, thanks for joining. Give me a like. So this is the Seed of Life crop top in olive, and it's very soft. And the print feels very soft as well. The prints last a very long time. I've been wearing this one for 3 years and it's still held up very well. That's the Buddha's Enlightenment. Sacred geometry is basically a very profound structure of the universe itself. They are used in all of the major religions around the world. So you might find these symbols and patterns in Jewish temples, Islamic temples. They're found in temples all over the world. It also relates to the chakras and the yoga sort of lifestyle. So my brand is about spirituality, lifestyle, as you could probably guess. So I'm wearing the Buddha's Enlightenment t-shirt, and I'm showing you guys some sacred geometry shirts. Auric Wear is meant to empower you to showcase your faith, your practice, and your spirituality in enlightened style. And if you have enlightened style, give this live a like. So welcome, thank you guys for joining, Jason, Lauren. So we're talking about my brand and my fall product offering. So we're doing a discount on the 6th from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure that you're following so that you can stay tuned. And all you have to do to win a hoodie or a sweatshirt that day is join the live. No, I don't have like a binary thing. I do offer stuff for women, stuff for men, and stuff that's unisex. So I used to do retail and Hot Topic, and we said, you know, everything is unisex. So I think whatever your gender is, I definitely have something for you, and I definitely have something for a range of gender. I feel like I'm kind of in the middle there somewhere, and I wear my own brand. I'm really wanting to wear the 100% Witch. This is a raglan 3/4 sleeve I showed a moment ago. So yeah, I wear my own brand a lot, all day, every day. So do give the video a like, you guys. So Yeah, that is the Seed of Life and the Flower of Life Sacred Geometry prints. I'm loving olive for fall, so I was doing all these types of light mints and greens for spring and summer, which I'm really into the green. So there is the Seed of Life unisex long sleeve. This one is an olive, so it feels very soft. The fabric feels soft itself. It's I believe this is 100% cotton. Yes, 100% cotton, ring spun cotton. And this print feels very soft as well, so it doesn't feel very thick. They sink into the fabric themselves, so they don't feel like a plastisol, very thick print, and I like that. I've always preferred that. So I started in fashion when I was 16, so a lot of stuff that I learned then I apply to my own brand in terms of quality control, the type of cotton, the type of blank that I'm printing on. So I print mostly on Bella canvas wherever I can because I really like their quality and they last for years and years and years, just like this t-shirt. So thank you guys for joining. Whoever I haven't greeted, Stella, Bella, Brooke, KB, thank you guys for joining like the live. I am a baby brand. I'm the designer, Perry Iwanowicz, and my brand is Auricware, and it is a spirituality lifestyle brand for all faiths and all practices and all religions. So comment if you want what your faith or practice or belief is in the comments, or you could share your sun sign, your name, what have you. So, Mr. Barry Jr., thanks for joining us. Sarah Barajas, Mike, Cece, Mr. Barry, Sharon, thank you guys for joining. So, we're talking about thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. So, this is my Seed of Life unisex long sleeve print, and it is a sacred geometry symbol. You might also notice that there are these overlapping circles. So when you get the overlapping circles, that's where we get that Jesus fish from, called the ichthys. So welcome, thank you guys for joining. I would appreciate likes for my baby brand. So the product is pinned, it should be. It is the unisex Seed of Life. And we're talking about my fall promo, my live on the 6th. So I'm offering 20% off. I should have a promotion on now. I'm a little new to TikTok, so excuse me, I didn't really know how to pin it or what to do, but it should have at least 15% off or 20% off right now. If not, I'll make sure to set that up, but I'm doing a 20% off on the 6th, and I'm doing some giveaways, so make sure that you're following. You can shop the looks, they're all here on TikTok. So I just put all most of my products up. I have 300 products up. I've designed all of them myself, and they are basically these designs that I did in 2019 and launched in the pandemic. And I decided that all of my spirituality and my research into different religions and faiths, and within my own spiritual search for enlightenment or sacred knowledge or God or what have you, even though I was raised Christian, I was always searching for enlightenment. So I appreciate you guys sharing the TikTok, the live to other people. I would appreciate you guys liking and following. I need whatever support I could get because I'm just a struggling little artist with a baby brand trying to make it in America. Can I get an amen? Oh, I love this next one. So I used to be a little gothic. I used to be a little more edgy. And I used to love to wear anything occult or new age or divination related. So I used to read the tarot. I've used all of these sorts of tools of divination that are on here. This is my fortune teller, unisex, long sleeve in white. Again, all of my prints feel very soft. The t-shirts are very soft, Bella canvas. So welcome, Lori, Little Dude Ant, Cindy, Booth. Thank you guys for joining. Please like the video, the live. I'm new to TikTok live. My products are new to TikTok, so make sure you click the little shopping bag. Just check them out. Like a video, like the live. I would appreciate any support you guys could give me. So I am a little baby brand showing off my artwork. So this is hand drawn mostly, except for like the words, you know. So I hand drew all of my most of my artwork on all of my shirts. Some of it's done in Illustrator, like the more technical part of, like, let's say all of that sacred geometry that I do, or the half prints, but I hand drew the Buddha without a reference, freehand, so I hand draw a lot of my artwork. I also do some of it in Illustrator. So it's usually a mixture of both. Are you guys creative at all? So we have the runes rather. So the runes are this Celtic sort of an ancient sort of divination. A lot of these are all forms of divination, which is ways that you would tell the future, the past, the present, psychical sorts of tools, right? Oh, thank you, Kay. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you. You guys, I appreciate any likes, sharing the video, following me. I'm going to have giveaways on the 6th at 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the live. And I want you guys to follow so you can be there. I'm going to give away hoodies or sweatshirts. So I'm going to decide on 2 types of products to give away. And then I will decide on, if somebody just needs to comment or if there's a like limit or what. So I would appreciate likes right now. In the meantime, you guys, thanks for being here. So the fortune teller is all about divination, and I'm an American gypsy, so that's where this inspiration came from, because everyone would ask me, "You're a gypsy? Can you read my palm?" And I was like, "I don't know how to read your palm. That's a stereotype. That's racist." But then I said, you know what? I'm going to learn how to read that palm. I'm going to learn how to read those tarot cards. I never learned how to read the palm, but I did learn how to read those tarot cards. And they're real, and they're creepy, and I love them. But yeah, this is about my background as an American gypsy. And this is the fortune teller, and it's got runes. So those are little stones. It's kind of related to bones. I think in the islands they throw bones, which are literal bones, or coins, or buttons, or whatever. It's just a bunch of stuff that they throw, and it's like casting fate to the winds, and then they read that. So that's similar to what runes are. They're a very ancient form of divination. Here we have the pendulum. You guys might have seen that. You hold something that's suspended from a chain, and you ask a question, and depending on which way it moves, you might glean some insight from that. So that's the pendulum. That's dowsing, which is related to the dowsing rods. I don't know if you guys have ever seen someone hold dowsing rods and look for water sources or something like that, and if they cross, that means there's a water source below them. And actually, that's not even like a mumbo jumbo thing. Like, people do that, like, to really find where you should find a well, a point to put your well. So that's a little weird. That's one of those psychic things that's used kind of technically, in the real world. So anyway, enough of my dorky going on about that. So I also put the wheel of astrology here, the zodiac, so all of our sun signs. Let me know what your sun signs are. Susan, so we're talking about the fortune teller long sleeve unisex t-shirt. We're showing off some of my products of my baby brand Auric wear here on the live in preparation for my promotional fall live on the 6th of October, 1 to 3 Eastern Standard Time, where we will have giveaways. Thank you guys for the gift. I appreciate it. So then we have the mirror, which would be like a crystal ball. So those are called scrying, right? So when you're scrying, you're actually using your brow chakra and your psychic senses. And it's not actually in the crystal ball that you would see something, so nobody else would see it but you. It's actually in your mind's eye, in your third eye, that you're seeing a vision projected from your mind within the ball or the mirror. Then I put the palm there. Again, that was like a little reference for being an American gypsy and people thinking I would know how to read their palm whenever they met me. "Oh, you're a gypsy, do you know how to read a palm?" So I said, no, but I'm going to learn how to read the tarot for the next person that asks. So then I have the tarot there. I do read the tarot cards just because of that stereotype, and I do believe in them, and they're really creepy and accurate and amazing. And then, of course, the tea leaves are represented with the little teacup and saucer there. I hand drew all of this except for that wheel and the text. So I do hand draw I hand draw within most of my designs, and then I touch up in Illustrator or Photoshop. So it's all kind of a mixture, except for some designs like the Flower of Life. When they're very technical, that's something that I just do entirely in Illustrator. Next is one of my other favorite designs that I have ever done. Let's see. User 492435, thank you for joining. The Kundalini Tree of Life. So let me pin that product. And this is one of my favorite designs that I have ever done, and I will tell you why. So the Kundalini Tree of Life is one of my designs that just covers basically every freaking religion and belief, because that's what I've studied in my lifetime. So this represents Christianity, it also represents witchcraft, it represents Judaism, sacred geometry, Kabbalah, because I'm crazy. So I designed this one similarly to how I mentioned my processes. I sketch and then I touch up in Illustrator or Photoshop. So I hand drew all of it and then I touched up later. So I really love how the snake turned out. I love his scales. I love how precise everything is. And I'll talk about the symbolism. So this is the Kundalini Tree of Life, and the Tree of Life is a symbol of the Kabbalah, and it's also represented in the Tarot as well. So the Tarot's trump cards or major arcana cards. Welcome, thanks for joining. I would appreciate you guys liking the live. My little baby pathetic goal is 100 likes for this live, so I appreciate you guys being here. We're talking about my baby brand Auricwear. I'm the designer Perry Iwanowicz, and this is my Kundalini Tree of Life unisex long sleeve t-shirt for fall, preparing for my fall promo on the 6th. And it represents the Tree of Life of the Kabbalah. It represents the snake and the Garden of Eden and the apple, which also represents the phases of the moon. Thanks for joining. So this t-shirt represents a lot of Christian symbolism, as do a lot of my designs. So the snake, obviously, Garden of Eden, along with the apple. But then I took a lot of the sacred geometry that I use in my designs, and maybe I should move this thing. So I took a lot, I can't get used to this. So I took a lot of symbolism from sacred geometry. So the flower of life, the fruit of the life, the seed of life, the ichthys, and that's basically the Jesus fish, and the splitting cell, and the joining of the male and female, and all of that. So I kind of showed the process of creation or fertilization of the egg through, to the flowering and fruit, or the repeating of the life cycle. And then I wanted the apple, symbolic of the Garden of Eden, and the pomegranate to also represent the phases of the moon. So each one is could be seen as like a phase, a full moon, and then also the six-pointed star within the apple represents the same sort of sacred geometry, the Star of David, relating to Judaism and that sort of a thing. Dr. Reverend Kilo, thanks for joining us. So we're talking about my brand, Auricwear, and my products. So these are shirts that I have designed. This one is the Kundalini Tree of Life, and it relates to Christianity. It relates to Wicca and witchcraft, and it also relates to sacred geometry and Kabbalah, because I'm all about that spiritual stuff, and so is my brand. It's about representing your spirituality to the world in enlightened style. Regardless of what that faith is, I've tried to design something for every faith and every practice, no matter what it is. So I'm practicing doing my lives because I'm doing the giveaway on the 6th, and I'm doing 20% off on the 6th live from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So here is that same Kundalini Tree of Life, same design, and this is on a lighter, pinker sort of a color, and I do love the way, again, that this complementary color of all of that green looks on the pink crop hoodie. This hoodie feels very soft. They are 52% cotton, 48% polyester. But they feel very soft, and the print feels very soft as well. This is the Ambergram As Above, So Below pullover, gray heather. And this is very soft. This print feels a little less absorbed than the rest. So this one is because it's white and black and gray on a darker color. So maybe that's why it's a little thicker. We have to have a white base. But this one is something that is called an ambergram. And an ambergram means that it reads the same way upside down as it does right side up. And it was very hard to do, but I managed to get the effect. So it says as above, so below. And then if you flip it upside down, it reads the exact same way. So I loved making this. It was very fun. I wanted to play off of like a cult alt style gothy sort of an influence, a witchy look to it. But I also incorporated more symbolism like I do with all of my designs. So I have the inverted cross there is St. Peter's cross. And because this represents yin and yang and positive and negative and polarity, which is very important in a lot of different spiritual practices and beliefs. There's a lot about polarity, positive, negative, male, female. And then I used the 3 stars of Orion's belt and the 3 pyramids to also represent that idea of as above, so below. And again, that's a Wiccan and witchcraft sort of a notion, but it also applies to the old ancient, world. And they believe that as above, so below. They try to mimic Orion's belt with the pyramids and their placement. So then the ambergram again can just be flipped over and it reads the exact same way. So I hope you guys think that's cool, like the live. If you do, again, this is the ambergram as above, so below. I have pinned the hoodie. So yeah, the sweatshirts feel very soft. They're very comfortable. They're very warm. I wore this one to the Catskills. That's the elemental tree of life, and it kept me very warm and comfortable while I was out on a hike to the waterfall there. It was a very beautiful scene. You can see that on my profile, that video. So yeah, very cool, very rocker chic, occulty, alt style, if that's your thing. As above, so below ambergram. Again, it turns upside down and it's the same words and the same design, which I personally think is cool. But that could be an egomaniacal thing, don't you think? We are talking about my baby brand Auricwear and my designs and the ambergram as above, so below, heather gray pullover, unisex. And I pinned the long sleeve version of this in a unisex t-shirt as well. So I'm going live on the 6th from 1 to 3 p.m. and I'm going to be doing giveaways and 20% off. So we're talking about the fall promo. I'm very excited about fall. I love fall. It's my favorite season. I love the colors of fall. Can you guess I love the fall colors? Can you guess I love the fall colors? Are you guys at all excited about the fall? Do you love fall colors? Thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. Do you love the warmth? The warmth. The pumpkin spice. All of it. All of the lattes. The Thanksgivingness of it all. Let us give thanks. Let us eat and binge. We're talking about the fall season and whether that's our favorite. I think it should be our favorite because it's my favorite. Or not, so let us know what your favorite season is. So here we have the palmistry in, that light's a little bright, let me see. So we have the palmistry graphic on a red crop top, and I think that's beautiful for fall because it's very gothy, it's very alt style, it's very witchy. Again, just with that, fortune teller vibe, that palmistry graphic just gives you that rocker chic look, and that's something I love to go for all year round. But fall, that's when she can eat, okay? Not only because it's Thanksgiving, because it's Halloween, because it's fall, because we could live in that zone, right? So I love the palmistry crop sweatshirt. This design comes in all of the types of products I offer, t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, what have you. So we also have another little crop sweatshirt. This one is in mint, and that's the same design that I'm wearing, the Buddha's Enlightenment, but this one is on a crop sweatshirt, and these feel very soft and very comfortable, and they're very warm. I don't wear the crop ones, but I wear the unisex ones. Minutes, guys, I'm just doing my little practice run for my promo on the 6th. So I hope that you'll follow and like so that you could be around for the giveaway on the 6th from 1 to 3 p.m. live Eastern Standard Time. So I'm showing my little crop top designs. I'm the artist, I'm the designer, I'm the business owner. It's called Auric Wear, and I'm excited to show it here on TikTok. I just joined the TikTok shop and I uploaded most of my products. I have 300 products up there. It took a long time to get up there, so I'm excited to join. I'm excited to showcase my business, and I'm excited to learn about the live situation here on TikTok. So we have the Buddha's Enlightenment version, and we also have the palmistry version. I do have a lot of different prints on the crop sweaters, crop hoodies, and they're all in my shop, which you can see at the little shopping bag below. Again, I would appreciate likes. This is the Buddha's Enlightenment crop sweatshirt, and it is in mint, which I think is very pretty. It's very cool toned, and although I feel like this one looked more summery because this is a prism mint, it's a little more warm. This one is a cooler tone, and I think it would be beautiful in the winter or fall. And I do love the combination of the green on green and the complementary tones of those chakras that he has and his purple tone. So I hand drew him freehand with no reference. I do a lot of hand drawn artwork in my brand, and I also do a lot of it on Illustrator as well. Most of it, however, is a combination of hand drawn and then digital as well.